57 people in here. Wow, that's awesome. I think we'll get maybe a people in total. So I'm gonna wait until around 7:05, a few minutes here. But while we wait, I would love to know where you guys are from. So put in the chat. Hopefully you can see that there. You're able to type in the chat. Let me know where you guys are from. I am from Virginia. I live in Northern Virginia, really see, about an hour away. And so, yeah, let me know in the chat where you guys are from around the world, because usually when I do webinars, we have people from literally all over the place. United States, Europe, Canada, Mexico. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Comments coming in. Kadidra. Hope I said your name right. Shoot, Atlanta. I don't know how to add a name instead of an email. I'm not sure. Maybe it's how you signed up. Oh, you got Proton, proton.me. My dad uses that. Canada, the universe, 2042 says Canada. So Wendy says Maryland. You're from Maryland. Cool. I was born in Maryland. Dylan's from Chicago, the Philippines. Brooklyn, France. Richard is from Orange County, California. Cool. Okay, Dominican Republic. I'm live in Florida. You live in Florida. Okay, I was just in Florida, actually. I was in Miami. For Halloween. This is my Halloween hoodie. I didn't get to wear it for Halloween. It came in late, so I'm going to wear it tonight. It's only a few days late, but whatever. Cobra is from Florida. Raphael is from New York. And Jose is from the Dominican Republic. Very cool. Yeah. So right now we have about 60 people in here. We're going to wait a couple more minutes before we actually get started, because I know a bunch of people will actually hop in a couple of minutes. I don't want to start before everyone gets going. What part of Maryland was I born? Oh boy, I drive through it all the time when I go to Maryland. It was the hospital was like a Catholic sounding hospital. It was right off a highway. I really don't remember. Obviously, I was 0 years old when I was born. I only lived in Maryland for a year. Lucas, you're from Palm Beach. I'm jealous. I would love to live there. I do want to move to Florida, actually. I plan on buying a condo, hopefully somewhere Fort Lauderdale or maybe even Miami. That would be awesome within the next year or two. But right now I live in Virginia. So awesome, you guys. We got 7 people here. I'm going to wait 1 or 2 more minutes. Okay, a lot of people from Florida, Orlando. Appreciate your time. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your time. Besides for that, guys, it's awesome to know where you're from. Looks like we're from all over the place, which is cool. Just let me know also, one other question I'm very curious. I always ask this. Do you guys have any e-commerce experience? Have you ever sold anything online? Let me know in the chat. Do you have any e-com experience, whether you sold on, eBay, Shopify, Amazon? Have you done anything? Have you sold anything online before? If so, what have you, or where have you sold it? How about that? I won't make you give away your product. Oklahoma, okay. D Officer 67 from Oklahoma. Brian, you're from Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale, man. I stayed at an Airbnb this last week on 33rd Street in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, Eric says yes, you have sold something online before. Wendy, Shopify, nice. Jose, no, not yet. That's okay. We'll change that very soon. John, you're selling on eBay. Nothing. Says Menage. I don't know how to say that. Matthew, Shopify, okay. Oh, Chris says sold on Amazon. Awesome. Eric, you've done eBay, OfferUp, and Mercari. I've heard of Mercari. Isn't that like, I'm pretty ignorant about that. Isn't that like for clothing or something specific? Okay, a couple of no's. Richard hasn't sold anything online. Ted Elliott, not yet. Darlene says sold on Amazon. Okay. So a lot of you have, but some of you haven't. That's okay. Zach, you've sold sneakers on eBay. That's cool. You've been selling on like NYE in the shell. You sold on Amazon and eBay. Need help growing? Yeah, don't worry. So we're going to talk about a bunch of cool stuff tonight, and specifically Amazon private label. Okay, I want to get that clear straight out of the gate, because I know some of you are like, you do Shopify drop shipping, that stuff? No. Okay. Tonight's webinar is all about how to start a private label brand and sell your products on Amazon. Okay. Private label meaning building your own. It's also called white label, building your own brand. No, never sold anything, but signed to a lot of courses. Okay, information is good, but you have to take action eventually. Keith, selling on Amazon currently. Wow. Anyone else see a black screen? Don't worry. I think you should be able to see this intro screen. But I'm going to get started in 1 minute here, but I just want to read a couple more of you guys, your comments. I haven't sold anything yet. Liam, still learning. Okay, awesome. Tonight's webinar is going to really help because I have a ton of cool content. I have been selling on Amazon for 5 years and 7 figures in sales, and I am launching my second brand here very soon. I'm actually going to show you guys at the end of the webinar, if you're lucky enough to stick around. I'm going to show you what I'm currently selling on Amazon and what my new brand is going to be. So you definitely have to stick around till the later part of the webinar. We should go for at least roughly an hour, and then we'll have plenty of Q&A at the end. If you guys have questions now, I do try and read the chat as I present, because I want to get to you guys as quickly as possible. Let's see, but no, haven't sold anything yet. Okay, awesome, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It is time. Let's go. Hopefully, guys, you are ready. It is awesome to have all of you here. And so today's webinar, hopefully you can see the screen, right? And some of you said it's a black screen, but hopefully you can see this. Today's webinar is titled How to Start a Kick-Ass Amazon Business that Generates Passive Income 24/7, 365, starting with zero experience in your spare time. And no, it's not drop shipping, okay? I just have to clear that up one more time because a lot of you might be confused on that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So here are the 3 secrets, you guys. Here are the 3 secrets. I see you guys asking a bunch of questions. Let me just get through some of this, but I will stop throughout this presentation to answer your question. Like, Zach, how much required capital is to start private label? I'd say roughly 3 to 5K. Personally, I started with about $4,000, okay, and I was a lifeguard before this. So here are the 3 secrets we're going to talk about, guys. Secret number 1, how to find winning products that will make you thousands of dollars per month on autopilot without getting stuck fighting against oversaturated and competitive markets. Okay, so that's the most important part, because about 80% of your success, if you have a notepad and paper right now, hopefully, maybe you want to write this down, about 80% of your success comes down to picking a winning product, okay? Picking a good product. And don't worry, I'm going to share some secret sauce on how to do that later on here. But secret number 2, what we're going to talk about after that, is how to build a wildly profitable e-commerce business that makes you money in your sleep fast, okay? As soon as you launch your product, it goes live, you should be making money, all right? That's my goal for you guys. And then secret number 3, finally, the number 1 most effective and easiest way to get a steady stream of profitable sales. And no, it's not Facebook ads, okay? So promotion, very important, and I'll show you guys how I run ads and immediately have profitable products as soon as I launch them, okay? Cool. So Lena from AMZ Scout, you guys, some people are in the chat and they can help you out if you need to change things or you have questions, they're here. But beyond that, let's go ahead and get started. So I want to promise you something. You're not going to start earning $10,000 per month overnight. Okay, I know you probably understand that, but I want to promise if you follow through with this strategy I'm about to teach, you will be able to make more money than you ever dreamed possible. Does that sound good to you? Hopefully it does, right? Just want to throw that out there as a disclaimer. I know some people might think that, you can just become a millionaire overnight. That's not reality. You need to put time, energy, and money into this business in order to make it work, okay? So moving on, if you stay until the very end, like I teased there a bit ago, I will reveal my brands, my current brand on the left there, what I'm currently selling on Amazon that's done 7 figures in sales, and my new brand, which I'll be launching very, very soon. Okay, my new brand, I'll be showing you guys exactly what I sell and what I'm about to launch on Amazon coming up early in 2023. So very exciting. You definitely want to stick around to the end. And I have some more goodies in there for you. So please, your attention, silence your cell phones, throw them across the rooms, close out all your apps on social media, none of that TikTok stuff. You're not going to get that much out of this webinar if you don't stick around and give me your full attention for the whole roughly 45 minutes to an hour, okay? Treat it kind of like a movie or, more interactive than that, right? Hopefully you have a pad of paper and pencil. And I have a goldfish here. You're probably wondering why. I did research recently and I found that apparently humans, because of social media and all this stuff, we have a attention span that's shorter than a goldfish now. So hopefully that isn't you. Hopefully, you're paying attention. So that's what we want for you guys tonight. So who is this for? Because this training is not for everyone, to be completely honest. This is for you if you are tired, if you've tried earning online before and failed. I have failed at things before, and I'll share that in a second. So this is for you if you are sick and tired of working 9 to 5 and feel stuck or unfulfilled with your job. You need a side hustle or you want to start a business online. This training is for you. This is also for you if you're not satisfied with an average or normal life and you deserve more. Okay, awesome. Perla, you said freezing a lot. It could be your internet. It could be mine. I'm not sure. So who this is not for, okay? It's not for you if you're looking to get rich quick. It's not for you if you're not willing to put in the work required to see lasting success. And this is not for you if you are not willing to invest in yourself and your business to build a long-term asset. Oh, my video feed is glitching. But you guys can hear me, right? And you can see the screen, hopefully. Yeah? So I want you guys to promise me something, okay? I have a picture of Thanos here for you Marvel fans. I want you to promise, I'm going to share a lot of very high-level strategies and tactics. I want you to promise me that you guys aren't going to go and try and sell something shady or unethical to people. I want you to promise that you're going to sell the best product you can possibly sell on Amazon so you can both make the maximum amount of profit and give people a good product. Can you promise me that? Yes? Voice out. That is not good. That is not good. We're going to do our best here, though. Awesome. So you guys are all saying yes. Good. All right. So who am I very quickly? I don't like to talk about myself that much. Here is some of my experience. I am 26 years old. I have 5 years of e-commerce experience. I currently own a brand of 20 plus e-commerce products. And I have a huge passion for teaching and passing on my knowledge of e-commerce because of the life-changing effect it has had on me. Okay. I also enjoy playing airsoft, and I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt, and I like scuba diving. Okay. So that's me. These are some of my results because I'm sure some of you are curious. This is a bit of an old screenshot actually. This is only within a 2-year period. And in that 2-year period, did about 818,000 in sales, about 230,000 in profit. Okay. Now I've crossed well over the $1 million mark with just my one brand, and I'm going to launch another one very soon. Okay. You're the same age? Cool. 26. Yeah, that's a good age. I'm just starting to lose my hair, which I'm not happy about. So anyways, yeah, there's me doing jiu-jitsu, playing airsoft, yada, yada, in front of a cool car, okay? But anyways, this is some of my results here. I built a brand that is earning between 40 and 65,000 a month on Amazon selling these odd products. I think my face is kind of in front of them, but I'll share what that is in a little bit here. So let's see. The Little White Dish said, do you have time for fun too, or do you work many hours a week? That's a good question. I saw that. I really don't work on this business that much. It's very, very passive. That's what's cool about it. Incredible numbers. Oh, another person's 26. That's awesome, you guys. So yeah, I've been mentioned in the press and podcasts. You can Google me. You know, I have been around for a while. What else? And here's my story. Okay. I used to be addicted to playing video games, literally playing 10 hours a day. I had no guidance, ambition, or goals. I dropped out of college. I was studying biology, but I dropped out. And I was barely making $500 a month as a lifeguard, living in my parents' basement. Not really in my parents' basement, but you know, you get the idea. So I knew that I had potential, and maybe you feel like this, but I didn't know what to focus on or have any clue where to start, right? And so I read a quote one day from everyone's favorite, Warren Buffett, and he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die, okay? And that got me thinking. I was like, I really don't want to work for someone else, building someone else's dream. I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss, okay? I didn't know what I was going to do. And so I thought to myself one day, how can I earn money online? I saw lots of people making money online. I saw it was a huge opportunity. You can do literally whatever you want. And so my goal I set for myself is I want to make $10,000 in profit per month after 2 years, okay? That was my goal that I set out for myself initially. So I didn't know where to start, right? I realized, though, that investing in my education was the key to succeeding, not just online, but in general, right? And so here's a picture of my bookshelf. I bought a lot of books, courses. I went to seminars, e-commerce events, all of that stuff. You can see Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Maybe some of you have read that book down there. And a bunch of digital marketing and entrepreneurship books. So I just crammed books into my brain, studied, watched videos. And this was my first attempt actually at making money online. I was day trading penny stocks and I lost a few $100s and I barely had maybe two names. So I already had like so much pain associated with trying to like sell things online or make money online. Like I'd already lost a fair amount of money. Okay. But that didn't stop me, right? You only fail if you stop trying. And so I thought to myself, there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way to make steady, predictable income online without having to, wake up at the crack of dawn every morning, trade stocks. And so I thought, one day I stumbled across something amazing. Maybe you already know what it is, because we've already teased it a bit, but that is Amazon FBA, okay? Amazon Fulfillment by Amazon, right? Where Amazon handles all of the storage, all of the shipping, all of the returns, and you earn profit. Annie, you said you're 71. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool that you're on this webinar and you want to learn how to sell on Amazon. So I went from basically being flat broke as a lifeguard to earning six figures in barely over a year, okay? And this is the power of having a strong business model that works for you, okay? Trying other things, didn't really work out, but I hit pay dirt with this business model, okay? And so one of my best months so far has been about 16,000 profit from my business, from my Amazon brand in 1 month. Okay. That's about, what was that? You can see here, almost 60K in sales. And for an entire week, someone asked me earlier, do you work a lot? Do you have time for other things? No, like literally I was at the beach for an entire week and I made about $16,000 profit. Like, isn't that awesome? Wouldn't you guys want to be able to do that? Like, just at the beach, you have your business going, working for you like little tiny robots on Amazon. You're making money every single day. And it doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be like I'm making 10, 15, 20,000 a month. Maybe you're happy with $1,000 a month, maybe 2,000, 3,000, right? And so I promise though, once you start selling on Amazon, you'll become addicted to this. So this is my email. You can see every 2 weeks, like clockwork, Amazon says, congratulations, your payment is on the way. Okay. You'll become addicted to these payments they send you to your bank account, direct deposit every 2 weeks. You can see right here, $9,500 was one of my payments. Then $11,000, and then this one down here, $13,700 every 2 weeks from Amazon paying me from what I sold. That's pretty good, right? Maybe it's not millions of dollars, right? I was just a college kid starting out learning this stuff, but it's pretty good. And hopefully I can help you guys start at least something similar. Here's some student results very quickly. I do have a lot of students. Jacob here, $742 his first week of sales. And he just grew from there, which is pretty awesome, right? Jess was selling like one of these interesting like kids toys, and she did $2,500 in sales her first week, already on track to do 10K a month, just teaching, literally just kind of just taking what I taught her and just doing the same thing, right? How to find products, how to list them, all these things I'm about to share, okay? And then I have a bunch of other student results. $600 for Eric his first week. And then we have Myrma, what's his name? $1,000 in 2 days. Now, obviously, that's not profit, right? That's sales. Usually, Amazon or e-commerce margins are roughly 25-30% profit. Okay, and so that's not bad, right? For setting up everything, finding a product, and then letting it go and make money. Okay, so here's some of the benefits of selling on Amazon before I get into the nitty-gritty details, because this is good to know, right? You kind of want to know why you want to start something before you actually get into it, right? So you can stop trading time for money once you start selling on Amazon, right? You can just build a business and systems to make money for you. Your money should work for you, not the other way around, right? You can be your own boss. You can spend more time with friends and family. You can Literally smash your alarm clock and never use it again. I never use an alarm clock. I wake up when I want to and work when I want to. And you'll have a passive income business growing and growing every single month. Isn't that awesome? So there's so many benefits, right, of selling on Amazon, okay? So here are some myths very quickly. A lot of people think Amazon is saturated. That's not true. There are always new products coming to market that you can take advantage of, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment here. Some people think you can only sell on Amazon from the US. That's not true. I have all over the world. Some people think you need lots and lots of money to get started. I started with barely $4,000, and so you don't need tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business like you used to. Online, everything is streamlined and simplified and a lot easier, okay? You don't need to be great with technology or have experience or a special business license. You really just need to just study a lot and go all in 100% on this opportunity, okay? Neil asks, how do you generate traction on your products? A lot of it that I do is related to branding, related to ads, running targeted ads, and then some other small things that I'll share here in a bit, okay? So selling products on Amazon is kind of like selling on eBay, but on steroids, because you get access to literally hundreds of millions of customers instantly. You don't need a website. Amazon handles that up for you. You don't need any employees. Amazon helps with the storage and shipping and returns of your product. And it's completely automated, allowing you to make money in your sleep. That was what drew me to this business model when I first got started 5 years ago, okay? So why Amazon is so incredibly profitable, it's a lot cheaper to start than if, say, you were to start your own brick and mortar retail business or a coffee shop on the end of the corner, right? You don't need any of that stuff. It's all digital. So, and Amazon handles a lot of the stuff, the heavy lifting for you. And so those are just some of the benefits there. So obviously post-pandemic, e-commerce is exploding at an even faster rate than ever before. More people are shopping online. Less people are going out. It's very easy to click a couple of buttons and buy a product. And that's what I want you guys to be able to take advantage of, right? When most people are consumers, you should be a producer, right? Selling products, launching products, not the other way around, just buying and consuming, okay? So my question to you is, are you ready to start your Amazon journey? Are you ready to become an Amazon seller? Hopefully, yes is the answer. That in the chat. And so I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and get right into secret number 1 here, guys. How to find winning products that will make you thousands of dollars per month on autopilot without getting stuck fighting against oversaturated and competitive markets. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. How to find a good, solid product that will earn you a good amount of money, is not too competitive, and that has the potential to make you money literally for 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 years. Like the products I launched 5 years ago are still making me money. So I see a lot of yeses in the chat. I'm finally catching up to you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Natalie says yes in all caps. That's awesome. You been ready? All right, cool. So finding a winning product used to be really hard, you guys. You used to have to guess what products would sell well. You have to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours crunching numbers. And you have to risk money and investing into a product, and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if it would sell. Okay, and you used to have to use multiple tools to figure out what works and what doesn't. And so that was me down there, kind of feeling fried, just working until I found out a very good method to find winning products. Okay, so I literally almost wore a hole in my parents' leather couch figuring this stuff out on my own. I've tried dozens of product research techniques, spent hundreds of research, and invested thousands. I say thousands, but it's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money to figure out what works. Okay, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys tonight right here. So after launching many successful products, I developed a special formula for finding winning products. Okay, it's called the backpack method of product research. All right, and I'm going to break that down to you right now. So here's what I call the backpack method of product research. All right, you want to find products that are, and you probably want to write this down, that you want to find products that are small and light. Okay, typically they fit inside of a backpack, like a day pack. Think of like a school backpack. So small and light products that are simple and harmless. You want to find the profit peak. So generally you want to get at least $5 profit per sale. Now I look for at least $10 profit per sale. And then you want to weigh the competition versus demand. Okay, how we do that is we look at Amazon reviews. If someone has thousands or tens of thousands reviews, that's usually too competitive. But we want to see that there are good sales there as well. Okay, so the backpack method, small and light. What do you want to look for when you look for a product? Well, if it's under 2 pounds, that's a good sign. And if it fits in a backpack, that's also very good. So I want to explain why here very quickly. You want to sell products that are small and light because they'll be cheaper to manufacture. They'll be cheaper to ship to Amazon, and the fees from Amazon for selling on Amazon, they'll be much lower. Okay, so if you're going to sell some big, massive, bulky item, fees are going to cost a lot more. Shipping is going to cost a lot more, and I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to be able to get started with the minimum risk needed. Okay, so simple and harmless. All right, this is also important. So I would recommend selling products with few or no moving parts. Okay, so maybe no dangerous goods either. So glass, sharp objects like knives. I typically recommend to students to stay away from those things. Everything I sell, and I'll show at the very end of the webinar, they're very simple products that no one can be hurt by. And there are a couple other cool things I look to sell here. So also, I mentioned earlier the profit peak. You guys, I would recommend if you're starting out, try and sell products that are priced between $15 and $25, okay? And aim for at least $5 profit per sale, if not 10. So why do you want to sell products that are between this range? Well, anything lower than $15 generally has very little room for profit, okay? After fees, costs, and ship stuff, your profit will dwindle if it's like you're selling a $10 item, okay? But if you're selling a $20, $30 item, you'll be able to make more profit, okay? The higher you price your products, usually the more profit you'll make. Does that make sense? Hopefully, right? Hopefully this is clear enough. Also, the fourth and final point before we get into the actual research technique, this is important. Out of all of these that we talked about, this is the most important, weighing the competition versus demand. You want to look for products that have low competition, okay? Less than maybe 250 reviews, okay? And medium or high demand. So I want to sell products personally that have at least 300 sales per month. There's software we can use that we'll be able to show you that. So if you can make 300 sales per month, that's 10 sales per day, right? And so that would put you in a very good position, okay? So next, beyond that, you will need a product research tool, okay? I like AMZ Scout. This product research tool here allows you to see a lot of cool stuff. This is their Chrome extension. It is phenomenal, very accurate, and has a lot of awesome data. We can see tons of stuff, like we can see, what they're pricing at, their sales rank, how many sellers are selling this, even the opportunity score. And then other things here, you can fees. We can see, let's see, net margin, okay? Estimated sales. So you can literally see what people are selling on Amazon if you go to Amazon and you open up a software tool like AMZ Scout, right? And that way you'll be able to see all of this data, which is very, very important, okay? So you might be asking me, like, Michael, where do I go to find these products, okay? And to me, it's a no-brainer. If you're going to sell products on Amazon, you should hunt for products on Amazon, right? Because that's where we're going to sell. So we want to see what other people are doing. We want to look for good opportunities. So I always go to Amazon.com to do product research, okay? And then I open up AMZ Scout and I start hunting and looking at the numbers. So some people ask me, like, isn't Amazon already too saturated? I used to think that, but then I discovered a special research method that we're about to talk about that kept finding me winning products again and again. And this is how I found my new brand that I'm launching soon. So I am currently launching products myself. And so this is the method I use right here. It's called the New Releases Method. Okay. Let's see. Okay, some of you. All right. Yeah, great. So on Amazon, there's this little tab here. Hopefully you can see this where they're pointing to the red arrow. It's new releases, all right? I usually hunt for products to sell based off the new releases that are on Amazon, because what's cool about this is products that are new, right? There's always new stuff coming out. Usually it's not very competitive. It has a lot of demand. And so that way it's an awesome opportunity to private label a product just like some of these people and sell it on Amazon as well, okay? So the new releases tab, click on that right there on Amazon. And then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to filter by category, okay? So on the screen, maybe you can take a screenshot very quickly. If not, don't worry about it. There are some categories are better than others. Okay? My favorite category, so I have a brand selling arts and crafts products currently. I have a new one in the home and kitchen category. Out of all of these categories, you guys, I think home and kitchen is the best opportunity. So if you don't remember any other categories, just look under the home and kitchen category under new releases, because it's such a broad category. This is where I found a lot of amazing products to sell because it's like literally anything inside of your house can be classified as home and kitchen. And so it's just the widest net you can cast in there, okay? But yes, there are other good opportunities out there. Kitchen and dining is great. Office products is good. Pet supplies can be killer. Tools and home improvement. But really, home and kitchen is the best, okay? So you don't see new releases on Amazon. Sometimes, Eric, they change the layout of where the products are. I know it's definitely there. I literally just looked today. It's there. All right, so from there, you guys, what you do is we have our software tool that I already talked about, AMZ Scout. I'll show you how to get access to that at the end of this webinar, actually. Pretty cool. But we go to Amazon.com, okay? We went to the new releases tab. You found it? Awesome. Great. And then what you do is you open up AMZ Scout. So there's a little extension here that I have. I downloaded it on my laptop, and then I opened it up, and now we can see all this amazing data. Like, look right here. All of these products here look like they have a 7, 8, or 9 out of 10 score for private label opportunity. Yeah, so someone's helping out. Inspiration said look under all, top left. So Amazon does change things around, but the new releases tab, I guarantee you, is there. All right. So again, we're on Amazon. We went to the new releases tab, and then I opened up my software tool, AMZ Scout, and now we can start hunting for product. Okay. So following the backpack method that I just taught you guys, make sure you're selling simple, small, light products that are between $15 and $25 generally, and that can make you some good money. This is a reversible wooden cutting board set. I found this about an hour before the webinar. I put these slides together very quickly. It took me about minutes to find this product. And this is phenomenal because it's simple, right? It's just some wood. It's small. It's just a cutting board. It's fairly light. I don't think it's much more than a pound, and is a great price. And look at that, only 43 reviews. Not very competitive. And they're already Amazon's choice, okay? So taking a closer look, I'll teach a little bit more about how to find manufacturers in a second here. On Alibaba, if we type in reversible wood cutting board set, look at this right here. The exact same product comes up, and a manufacturer can produce this for about $4.40 each. If you go back really quickly, look, they're selling it for $25.99. So they're buying this product for about $4 and selling the product for about $26, okay? Let's see. Zach said thoughts on Jungle Scout. It's all right. I would prefer AMZ Scout. I think it's more accurate, okay? So we found the product, right? And then now we are looked on Alibaba. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Alibaba.com is basically like Google for finding manufacturers or suppliers. I have worked with suppliers both from China and now India. My new brand that I'm launching, I got my product sourced from India. So there are manufacturers from all around the world. But right here you can see it's only $4 to source. That's pretty awesome. So MOQ is high. Let me see. What do they say? 500 pieces. Typically, you want to order between 200 and 500 pieces, Wendy, because you need to get that bulk there in order to get a good price. Okay, so usually I will buy 500 quantity at a time. And that way you get a really, really good bulk price. All right, so the profitability down here, my face is kind of in the way. It's not too bad, but we can see after the product cost, after the shipping cost, and after Amazon fees, this product I calculated, maybe I'm a little off, maybe it's a little less, maybe it's a little more. They are making about $7.22 profit per unit sold, and they're selling 2,371 of these a month for about 17,000 profit every single month. And mind you, this is a new seller. You can see the date they first, this is August 22nd, 2022, and we're barely into November. So what is that? So like 2.5, 3 months, and they're already making over 10,000 profit a month. That's pretty awesome, right? So I want you to imagine if you just had one winning product like that cutting board generating 10,000 profit a month. How would you feel about that? Maybe you'd be able to pay off some debt. Maybe you could save up a nest egg or take a much needed vacation. Or maybe at that point, like it was for me, you'd be able to quit your 9-to-5 job. So I remember when I was lifeguarding, and I was making about $18 an hour because I was like testing chemicals and stuff. And one day, I was walking around in my lifeguard uniform, and I checked my phone, and I had made about 12,000 profit for that single month on Amazon. And I was thinking to myself, like, wait a second, why am I working at a pool when I'm making 10,000 profit a month? And then very soon after that, I quit my job and went full time with Amazon. So that was only about 13 months into selling was I able to hit that 10K per month in profit. All right, so Danielle said the rate is too high for Q4. It will be down. That's true, you guys. So come time when you're ready to launch your business in the beginning of 2023 here, prices for everything will be a lot cheaper. It'll be cheaper to ship. It'll be cheaper to manufacture. The craze will be over, and it's a really good time to launch like I'm doing with my new brand in the new year, okay? So let's keep moving on here, but I'll answer a couple more questions. John, is that one seller? Is that everything? No, that's one seller, John. This guy back here, one seller. This is their brand. They're the only one selling it, and they're the only one making the profit, okay? Which is pretty awesome, right? Yeah. So let's see. Moving on right here. I want you guys to make a commitment to yourself right now. Commitments are the strongest form of actually getting you to take action and seeing results, because I want you guys to get results and not just be on this webinar to be like, okay, this is nice. So I want you to commit to yourself right now that you will become a successful Amazon seller no matter what it takes. So whether you want to say that out loud or say it to yourself, if you can make that commitment to yourself, I guarantee you have a much greater chance of seeing success and profit if you're able to tell yourself, I'm going to laser focus. I'm going to commit to this. I'm not going to do 5 things at once. I'm just going to focus on building your brand. Okay. So that is what I would say to you. Commitments are the strongest ways to see results. Okay. So amazing. Okay. I think I answered your guys' question. Someone asked, do you get the sales per month on AMZ Scout? Yeah, you can see that on AMZ Scout. They show you everything. It's a really awesome software. Okay. So guys, we just talked about how to find winning products, right? Using the backpack method. Okay. Find simple, small, light, harmless products. Try and aim for that $15 to $25 in sale price. Try and make at least $5 profit. Like you saw that bamboo cutting board, the research I just did here earlier today, they're making about $7 profit per sale. That's pretty good. And so now we are ready to talk about secret number 2, which is how to build a wildly profitable Amazon FBA business that makes you money in your sleep fast. Okay. Keith asks, how do you advertise? How do you calculate the advertising and marketing costs and Amazon fees? So cool thing is these softwares, AMZ Scout, automatically automatically tells you what the Amazon fees are. For advertising, I will usually ballpark it and say generally it takes $2 to $3 in ad cost to sell one product. Okay. Cool. So we're ready to get started on secret number 2 here, you guys. But I see a lot of questions. You might want to save some for the end of the webinar. I'm trying to get to them all as quickly as I can. But let's see. The universe says, how do we know AMZ Scout is accurate? Well, I've used a lot of software tools before, And some of them overestimate the sales, some of them underestimate them. And AMZ Scout I found to be very accurate and like right in the middle there. Okay, so moving on here, you guys, when I first started learning about Amazon FBA, I thought I would need to work around the clock, like marketing, shipping, doing all this customer service. And I really started to feel overwhelmed about that. It took me years of research and practice to develop this simplified 6-step process I'm about to share. I call it the fast track framework for selling on Amazon, okay, in 6 steps, okay? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. You just need to have some structure and step-by-step plan, which is hopefully what I'm going to help you guys out with today. Okay, cool. So the fast track framework, you guys, we already talked about step number 1 very quickly, which was the backpack method of product research, right? Find simple, small, light, harmless products. Make sure you have good room for profit and it's not too competitive, but it has good demand. Okay, so I see a lot of your guys' questions. They're being moved over into the Q&A tab. That's okay. At the end of the webinar, I'll make sure I get to all of your questions. Don't worry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get through all of this stuff because, I'm trying to share all of this so that we can get to the cool stuff. All right. So step number 1, like we already talked about here, find a winning product. Like I said before, finding a winning product takes a good amount of time. It took me almost 2 months to find my first product. Now it takes me about 2 days, maybe sometimes 2 hours, but I like to take a little bit of time to do it. And you really want to follow the backpack method there. Make sure it's low competition, again, low Amazon reviews, but high demand, okay? So at least 300 sales a month. You can see that with AMZ Scout, okay? And make sure it's simple, small, and light, and use software and data, not just your gut, okay? Not your gut instinct. All right. Step number 2 here. This is the cool part, you guys. This is where private labeling comes into play. All right. Step number 2 is to brand and differentiate your product. Over the years of, seeing hundreds of students succeed and some fail, a lot of the ones that fail do not take this part seriously. They just try and order something from Alibaba and then stick a label on it or just ship it to Amazon and call it quits. No, that's not good enough. That's not how you should do it. You need to build a brand following something I call the tier 1 branding method, all right? Make sure your product has an awesome logo, great packaging, and you usually want to position yourself as a premium brand so that you can charge higher and have a higher profit margin, okay? So this is the difference between branding and no branding, just to make it very visual. On the left here, one of my favorite Amazon brands. I wish I owned this brand. They do millions, I think over 10 million a year, selling planners, journals, notebooks, you name it, okay? So that guy on the left there, Clever Fox, is their brand. You see how they have a cool logo? You see how they have like a cool design on the front of their product? You can compare that to this guy over here, who really doesn't have any branding. You can see their brand name, but they didn't do anything exciting or enticing. Now, I can guarantee you these are probably very, very similar products, like same stuff on the inside, but the branding and the packaging makes it look way more enticing on the left there than the guy on the right who's just selling a kind of a boring product. So I know for a fact these guys are making at least twice the profit that this other seller is doing because of branding. Does that make sense? Like why branding is so important? A lot of it is just marketing. Okay, a lot of it is just marketing. All right, so building a profitable brand allows you to increase your profit significantly, all right? Allows you to sell your business for much more money, okay? Maybe some of you don't know this, but you can sell an Amazon business generally for roughly 25 to 30 times the net monthly profit. So to make this very simple, let's say you're making $10,000 profit a month on Amazon, let's say 6 months down the line here. And if you want to sell the business for whatever reason, you're not passionate about it or something anymore, you can generally sell that for 30 times the monthly profit. So 10,000 profit a month, you can sell that business for $300,000 plus the cost of your inventory, minus, obviously taxes. And then usually if you use a broker, they'll take a small commission. But very, very worth it to build a brand because you can not only make more money on the front end of selling your products, but you can also sell the brand for a lot more, okay? Also, you can negate the competition because you have a brand. You're not selling the same generic product. and you don't ever have to get into a price war with other sellers. That's the worst thing to do. I've seen it time and time again where people, they launch a product on Amazon. They're like, oh, I want to make more sales. I'll just lower my price. And then the other sellers lower their price. And then you guys end up making 50 cents or $1. Yeah, Lakenya, is that how you say your name? Branding is now easy with Fiverr. Exactly. I'm going to share that. You already jumped the gun. I'll show you how you guys can get branding done very, very shortly here. Okay. That's literally this slide right here. So what if you're not a graphic designer, right? What if you don't know how to create a logo? What if you don't know how to create custom packaging? That's okay. There's a website out there like Kenya just said, Fiverr.com, Fiverr. And right here you can type in whatever you're searching for. So right here I wanted to look for custom packaging. I can see almost 400 people, freelancers online offering this service, okay? And you can see this guy charges $25 for packaging, $15. So you only need 20 or 30 bucks in order to get some really cool custom branded packaging for your product. So if you have a winning product and you have really good branding, I don't know how you won't be able to make money, okay? It's basically, it'll be a lot easier with branding, okay? So step 3 here, you guys, is to find a supplier. So I already quickly talked about it, right? Finding a world-class supplier. You need to go to Alibaba.com generally to find manufacturers. So the universe said, avoiding a price war, but customers see exact same product but with different brands, so customers would likely choose the cheapest. No, you'd be surprised. Like I have sold products, my brand, versus other sellers who charge $5 or $10 less. It's not all about branding. You're right. You do need to do some other things. You need to make sure you have high quality products. And then there's other small things you can do in there to offer a better product. So maybe higher quantity of product. You can bundle things together. So you're not just selling the same thing as everyone else. I agree. But you don't ever want to get in a price war and to be the cheapest. Okay. It's never a good strategy to be the cheapest. And so, moving on with talking about how to find a supplier, Alibaba.com, okay? So Alibaba.com, again, is like Google for finding manufacturers or suppliers for your product. And so you do need an account to sign up. It's free. But I'd recommend you guys, pro tip here, as you're going to launch your new business, create a new email. It can be a free Gmail account, and then sign up for, obviously Alibaba, which is free. And so you get all of your business related stuff to a business email. And so on Alibaba, I typed in yoga mats here, and we can see thousands and thousands of people, of manufacturers who can produce whatever, literally whatever you want. You just type it in on that magic search bar and it'll show up. Yeah, thanks for answering. Of course. Let's see. So finding the best suppliers, you guys, here's what I'd recommend. I have worked with close to 10 suppliers now, both from China and India. And here's what I found that works the best. Okay, you want to obviously look for number one, good prices. If they're trying to rip you off, if they say, our yoga mats, for example, are $40 each, and you're thinking like, wait, I can't even sell those on Amazon for $40. That's not a good sign, right? So you want to look for good prices. You want to look for at least 2 years of experience. All right. So if I go back very quickly, you can see down here, maybe not there, but it will show you down at the bottom how many years of Alibaba, how long they've been on Alibaba. Okay. So at least 2 years of experience. Make sure they have good professional communication. A lot of these suppliers do go to college for English, and their English is great. And make sure you're able to clearly communicate with them. A lot of times I'll select a couple of different things: trade assurance on Amazon, on Alibaba, and verified supplier. That way, you're making sure that these suppliers are legitimate and that Alibaba has vetted them. Okay. And then also you want to usually order samples before you order a bulk amount of product. Okay. Why do you want to do that? Well, obviously you want to test the quality to make sure the product is good quality. You also want to know how the product works for yourself. So every product I've launched now, almost 20, 22, 23 products, and 5 more on the way. I have tested the samples for almost every single one of them. One time I didn't do it, and guess what happened? I got bad quality product, okay? So make sure you test samples before you order a bulk amount. Okay, and maybe you're asking like, Michael, what if I don't speak Chinese, right? And you're like Liam Neeson here on the phone, you know, trying to decipher what they're saying. Don't worry about it. You never need to speak to them on the phone. It's usually over either email or instant messaging, and they all speak English. It's all fairly good. They will say funny stuff to you. Like a lot of my suppliers say, "Dear Michael, when are you placing your next order?" or whatever. And you know, their English is a little bit funny, but they all speak English, so don't worry about that. Okay. Next, you need to sign up to become an Amazon seller. Okay, you can just Google that, but it's the website is sell.amazon.com, or just Google sign up to become an Amazon seller, and you'll get to a page that looks like this. Okay, you'll need some basic information like name, email. I believe they now ask for your ID. And it does, and even if you're not based in the United States, you are able to still sign up and set up your Amazon account, which is awesome. Okay. So the universe, you asked, I thought AMZ Scout and Jungle Scout were the same. No, they're different companies, and they have different software in there, different pros and cons of each. I just prefer that I like AMZ Scout now, just because I think it's more accurate and have a lot of cool data and tools. Okay, so step number 4, right? Just quickly recapping. We've already talked about how to find winning products. Okay, we've talked about branding very quickly. How to get a logo and packaging created. We talked about where to look for products, right? If you remember, Alibaba.com. And then now step 4, after you sign up to become an Amazon seller, then you'll be able to set up your optimized product listing, right? So you want to follow something I call the TIBD method: title, images, bullet points, and description. Okay, these are the 4 key ingredients to building a fully optimized product listing. Okay, so maybe some of you are confused, like what is a product listing? It's just that page when you go to Amazon, you click on a product and you can see the images, the reviews, the description. That's what that is. And as a seller, you're able to set all that up yourself. And the things that are the one here, you guys, I have them here in this order for a reason. The title is the most important for the keywords, because keywords matter a lot on Amazon. What you type in on the title needs to match what customers are searching for. That way you'll get the most search exposure, okay? You also need to have very good images, all right? High quality images, try not to take them with your phone. I will usually pay a professional photographer anywhere from $20 to $50 per image. And then also make sure you write out good bullet points for your product, just highlighting the features and benefits. And then have a description written out there as well, okay? So I want to quickly show you an example of a bad product listing, and then I'll show you an example of a good product listing, okay? I'm going to take a sip of water out of my mason jar, though, real quick. Cool, okay. So here's an example of a bad product listing. This is a pirate baby hooded towel. Why is this a bad product listing? Well, their title is very short. It doesn't give any description. It doesn't say how big the product is. It doesn't say what the hooded towel is made out of. Is it cotton? Is it polyester? We don't know, right? We don't know a lot of things. So their title is lacking. Their images, they only have 4 images, you guys. You can have up to 7 images on Amazon, and you should use all 7 of them, because think about it like this. When you walk into a store, you're able to touch all the products, see them from whatever angle. On Amazon, you can't do that. You need to have as many good high quality images in order to get more sales, okay? And then also you can see here they have 1 bullet point. You can have up to 5 bullet points usually. And they only have 19 reviews, even though they're good reviews. So, this listing is not fully optimized, okay? Best Nanny asks, where to find Indian suppliers? You can find them on Alibaba. You can actually filter. You can say, I only want to look for U.S. manufacturers. I only want to look for Chinese or Indian. I would recommend looking and keeping all of your options open, okay? So here is the anatomy of an optimized product listing, you guys. So this is a very similar product, right? This is a bamboo hooded baby towel, but look up here. Can you see how their title is much more robust and fully formed? So you can see it's soft. They put in a lot of keywords here with bare ears for babies, for toddlers, infants, ultra absorbent and hypoallergenic. That's good to know. natural baby towel for boys and girls. Okay, so they have more descriptive keywords in there. They have, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 images. Okay, so they have all 7 images. If we go back there, this seller only had 4 images. Not as good. Okay, so basically the name of the game is to make sure you have everything fully filled out. Great title, very high quality images. Look, this seller has a ton more reviews. Part of it is because the listing is better, okay? And the other part is probably because they're running ads and they've been selling for longer, okay? And also they have more bullet points. They're not as good. I don't like these sellers' bullet points. Look how it says literally just imported at the very bottom there. That's not a good bullet point. You might want to say, more detail, like where it's from, how it was manufactured, all of that stuff, okay? Now, optimizing your product listing, what does that mean? That means increased sales, okay, and a higher conversion rate, okay? So if you think about, your product listing like, I guess, a bit of a funnel, right? You pay ads and people, you spend money on ads and, water or customers or eyeballs, traffic comes into your product listing. If it's optimized, right? Then you won't have as many holes and leaky, people going out saying, oh, I don't like this product. I can't tell if it's, this or that. I don't know what it's made out of. I'm going to buy something else, right? Okay, so optimizing your listing means you'll have a higher conversion rate. So conversion rate, right? Let's say 100 people view your baby hooded towel. That's what you're selling on Amazon. Out of the 100 people, let's say 10 people purchase. That's a 10% conversion rate, right? 10 people buy out of the 100 people that viewed it, all right? That's pretty good. Just to let you know, by the way, an optimized Shopify website, Shopify store, a good conversion rate is 2%. On Amazon, that's horrible. On Amazon, you want a 10, 15, or 20% conversion rate. So Amazon is roughly 10 times as powerful as Shopify because people trust it. They don't need to put their credit card in. It's already stored. People know you get 2-day shipping like clockwork. So Amazon, the Amazon platform has way higher conversion rates than sales. Okay. So beyond that, you'll have lower advertising spend and higher profit and less customer complaints. Okay. When you have a fully formed listing where, you give them all the information, do not false advertise, you guys. Like, don't say a product is waterproof when it's not, obviously, because that will get you a lot of bad reviews. So you want to find that balance between kind of hype marketing and also still truthful, okay? So you, highlighting the features and benefits really does help with getting more sales and more conversions. Hopefully that makes sense, right, you guys? The better job you do with your listing, the more sales you'll make at the end of the day. Okay, so step 5 here is to ship your products to Amazon FBA. You need to ship your products directly from your manufacturer that you talk to on Alibaba directly to the Amazon warehouse. That's the cool thing about this business. You don't need to ship it to your house, although you could if you really wanted to, but that would just add more costs because if you ship the product from the factory to your house to Amazon, that's just more shipping that you need to pay for. So I wouldn't recommend that. Some people do that for whatever reason. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. So shipping your products. I want you guys to follow something I call the streamlined shipping method. All it is you need to add the correct Amazon barcodes to each product. Very easy. Amazon barcodes are free, by the way. You don't need to pay for them. That's pretty cool. On Shopify, you might have to buy barcodes or whatever. You need to create a plan within a shipping plan inside Amazon Seller Central. So in step 4, I talked about setting up your seller account, right? Amazon gives you all the tools under their platform to advertise, to ship, to see customer returns, to see reviews, to see everything, okay? It's very, very powerful, okay? And then also, once you create a shipping plan inside your Amazon Seller account, all you need to do is just forward that PDF file to your supplier and say, hey, Mr. Supplier, here are my barcodes that Amazon has given me. Here is my shipping plan, right? And then they'll take care of the rest. You just need to pay them. And I'll talk about shipping in a second here. But John asked, how do I get my brand packaging on the product if it goes straight to Amazon? That's a great question, actually. And to answer that, basically you give your supplier the packaging file that you get created from your graphic designer. Yeah, Kadrita, you have the same question. Basically, whoever creates your packaging from Fiverr, just have them email that file to you, and you can forward it to the supplier. And then the supplier will usually charge you 50 cents more, 75 cents more to get your custom branded logo and packaging on the product. What they will usually do once you give them your logo and your packaging file, I'll show mine in the end here. You guys might get some ideas, but they just turn around and usually they'll find another manufacturer to get the branded packaging created, and it's all done in their warehouse. And then once it's all done, the product is manufactured, the packaging is produced, and it's all put in the boxes. Then they ship it to Amazon. Okay, so it's actually very streamlined. It's not that difficult. Okay, but here's kind of what it looks like. The supplier adds your packaging and barcodes on. So let's say you're selling dog food. This is an Amazon barcode here. Again, on your Seller Central account, it's free. Amazon will give this to you. You just need to get this PDF file sent to your supplier. They will print them out and stick them on the product right there. And then let's say you had your graphic designer produce this ugly packaging. It's just for example, right? But you just forward those email the file design, whether it's PDF or .psd, which is a Photoshop file. Then your supplier will take that, and then just they'll get it printed and put on. Okay, so I think Kadrita said it seems like the light bulb is going on. So it's not that difficult, you guys. It just, maybe it's new to you guys. And then once you have all that, right, you have your barcodes on your product, you have your packaging, you have your product all manufactured, sitting in the warehouse, wherever it is, India, United States, China. Then they pack all of them up into a big box or multiple boxes, and then it's ready to ship to Amazon, okay? And your supplier can handle all of the shipping. You never obviously have to touch any of it. You just have to pay them in order to ship it out. And I'll show you how to do that in a second here, okay? So you just have your supplier ship it straight to Amazon. You can usually pay either through, I used to use PayPal. I don't like using PayPal, and I wouldn't recommend it anymore, you guys, because they take high fees. They take like a 4 to 5% fee, especially if it's overseas. I like to use Alipay, I believe is what it's called. And usually I'll either do bank-to-bank wire transfers, or I'll pay through credit card there. It's a little bit cheaper because I want you guys to save money and not have to use the expensive payment processors like PayPal. And then they take care of all the work, right? They package all your product and they ship it out. John said, thanks for explaining it. Yeah, hopefully it makes sense. And so here, you guys, here's the difference between air shipping and sea shipping, okay? Air shipping. I used to ship all of my products via air shipping, okay? It's faster, but more expensive, okay? You hate PayPal? Yeah, I'm not a big fan either, really. I don't like using them anymore. So it's faster to use air shipping, you guys. It takes 7 to 10 days to go from even all the way from China all the way into the Amazon warehouse. I've had it take as little as like 8 days, which is awesome. And I might recommend it for your first order to get your product in there quickly. But generally, air shipping is 2 to 3 times more expensive than sea shipping. All right, sea shipping, obviously cheaper, but slower. I ship now all of my products via sea shipping. You can see these cargo containers. My new brand will take up almost an entire 40-foot cargo container, about 45 cubic meters of product. I'll show it at the end here in a little bit. We're getting close there. But it takes about 30 days to get to the warehouse to Amazon, right? And it's a lot cheaper. It usually takes roughly $2 to $3 per kilogram of product, and that's how much it costs for sea shipping. So that's a trade-off there. If I were to have to give you my final recommendation, I would say use sea shipping because it's cheaper. And actually, it is not 90 days. No, it is not 90 days to ship your product. I saw that question quickly. It moved over to Q&A. Worst case scenario, and things are getting better every day, but worst case scenario, it might take 40 days to get shipped in. It does not take 90 days unless for some reason pirates sink your cargo ship, and then maybe you might never get it. But I don't think that'll happen, right? So step 6, you guys, moving on here from shipping. Step 6 is the fun part. It's the exciting part. It's where you guys get to make money. And this is where I'm getting very close to. I am currently with a new brand. I am stuck here with shipping. I'm getting ready to ship into the warehouse. But step 6, follow something I call the PCL product launch method. You advertise your product. You use coupons on Amazon. Doesn't have to be crazy. It can be 5% off, $1 off, just to get that added boost there. And then, yes, in the beginning, generally, I will have a lower price than my competition, okay? So advertising is the most important, you guys. It's how the business is driven. Once you create your product and it's listed, you might think you're done, but it's really only the beginning. Now you need to really furiously work on advertising your product, okay? So we're going to talk about that next, where to do advertising. Mark, thank you for sharing your knowledge. Yeah, of course. I love teaching you guys. It's a lot of fun. So step 6, again, is launching your product. So we can see over here on the left-hand side, again, using this baby hooded towel example. Can you see right there? It says sponsored. Now, every time you guys go on Amazon, if you see sponsor, that means they're paying Amazon to run ads, and it's sponsored there. This guy on the right-hand side is not sponsored. It's what's called organic. It's organically searched up at the top of the search terms. But then we can also see a coupon. You see how it says save 5% with this coupon? I'm a big fan of running coupons. The cool thing is customers don't always redeem them, but it does have a little extra benefit. Like, wow, 5% off. Okay, I'll take it. 10% off, whatever. But running ads and coupons definitely helps with getting sales, you guys. Yeah, you're welcome. Of course. And we still have more. We have more stuff to cover, you guys. It's not done yet. So I want you to imagine very quickly. Imagine you finally launch your first product, right? For me, I launched my first product back in, I still remember the exact day, December 22nd, 2017. So that was about 5 years ago, around Christmas time. And I remember the day I launched my product, I started running some ads, didn't know what I was doing. And my very first day I made 2 sales, okay? Made 2 sales, The next day I think I made 3-4 sales. And I started to freak out and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was 21, right? At this time, I was in college and I was like, okay, 2 sales, 4 sales a day. It's not much, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I woke up the next morning and I counted it up. I was like, 4 sales? I'm making $5 profit each. I made $20 yesterday. I made $20 in my sleep. I had never felt that before. And literally every day for me felt like Christmas morning. I remember when I was a kid, I used to get so excited that I would literally throw up because I was like, oh, Christmas morning, it's time for presents. That is what it felt like when I launched my first product on Amazon. It was so exciting. And I'd never made money in my sleep, never had anything working for me, and it felt like all of my hard work had finally paid off, right? So hopefully that is what it will happen. That's what will happen to you guys. If you follow through, do everything I teach, you will be in very good shape to be feeling like every day is Christmas morning again, you guys. So here's secret number 3. I think someone asked me, are Amazon ads expensive? I saw that question. They're not. It depends. It really depends on how you run advertising. But here's secret number 3, what we're now going to talk about. The number 1 most effective and easiest way to get a steady stream of profitable sales. And no, it's not Facebook ads, you guys. Okay. So when I first started trying to sell my first Amazon product, I was super confused. I didn't know how people would hear about my product. I wasn't sure if I needed to run advertising, and I really didn't want to lose money. I hated the idea of spending money on ads and not knowing if I would make any money back. Okay. So I've always been pretty frugal, but I realized, and over the last 4+ years, I've spent over $100,000 on ads, you guys, on Amazon ads, which I'll share right now how I did that and what it looks like. So you can see $124,564 in spend and about $500,000 in sales, okay? And almost 100 million people have seen my ads. And this, by the way, is an old screenshot. This is almost a year old. So I've done more than that now. So for every $1 I spend, I get roughly $5 back. That's amazing, right? And so here are the 3 steps you can get started with running highly profitable Amazon ads. They're literally so easy. A baby could almost do it. And this is what it takes. So step 1, once you sign up for your Amazon seller account, you guys, you need to go into your the advertising tab here. You can see there will be a dashboard, and on top it has all these different tabs: inventory, feedback, and you click on advertising, hover over that, and then campaign manager. Okay, so from there you can see your dashboard. This month or whatever, one of these months I spent only $800 in sales, $830, and I made about $6,000 in $800 and spend $6,000 in sales, which is phenomenal. That's almost like for every $1 I spend, I make $10 back. That's very good. Okay, so what you do is you click down here. It says create campaign. Obviously, you go into the advertising tab on Amazon in your Seller Central account. Not on Amazon.com, you guys, in your seller account, okay? And then you click create campaign, that little gold button, and you click that. Next, step 2, Amazon will prompt you, and they'll say, choose your campaign type. Now, this might be confusing if you've never seen this before, which you probably haven't. There are 3 different types of campaigns that Amazon will allow you to make. You can either run sponsored products, which is what I'd recommend, or you can do sponsored brands if you have your brand registered on Amazon. Or you can do sponsored display. Okay, sponsored display does not work so good, you guys. Sponsored brands kind of works. Sponsored products is where it's at. Can you see that in the kind of in the orange? It's where your ads will show up. Okay. Eric asks, do you recommend having brand or product established picked prior to creating a seller account? No, I'd recommend literally moving as fast as you can to pick a product, to get your account set up. You don't need to have anything established. You just need to get it up and in the warehouse. Like, the goal for you guys should be to get your first profitable sale, right? If you think about it in terms of getting your first sale, everything else goes out the window. Like, oh, what about competition? Or what about how am I going to run my ads, right? None of that stuff matters as long as you can focus on just getting one sale. Then worry about getting 10 sales, then 100 sales, then 1,000, right? And so, yeah, you click right here, sponsored products. So Amazon will allow you to promote products to shoppers actively searching with relative keywords, viewing similar products on Amazon. Okay, so you'll be able to click that continue button. And Wendy asks, it has to be a pro account, right? Yes, in order to be able to advertise on Amazon, you need to have that selected. You cannot be an individual, you need to select the pro account, and I believe it's like $39.99 a month, but it's very much worth it because you'll be able to have all these awesome tools, and you'll be able to run ads. Okay, so from there, step 3, you guys, is to create your advertising campaign. It's not that difficult. It's not really that as difficult as you might think. Okay, so let's see, creating your campaign. So what you can do up here is you can name it something. Usually whatever product I'm selling is what my campaign is going to be named. So let's say I'm selling iPhone cases. So it might be, my campaign might be iPhone case, and then this is an automatic campaign. You can see at the bottom there, so I might say auto, okay? There is an option to manually put in keywords on Amazon for what you want to search for, or what you want customers to show up with your ads, but usually you can just start with an automatic campaign. So name your campaign, whatever you want, just so you know what it is. And then here's a pro tip here. You see how it says start date? Always start immediately as soon as your product is live on Amazon or even shipped into the warehouse. Amazon will not spend your money on ads until you have inventory available, okay? That's the cool thing. So you don't have to worry about that. And always, always, always make sure you set it to no end date. Amazon will automatically do this for you, usually, but the idea here is to run ads 24/7, 365, just like I have in the title of this webinar, right? Because it doesn't make sense why you wouldn't be running ads, because you always want people to be seeing your product, clicking on it, and buying, okay? And if you can run ads 24/7, that's awesome. You'll be making money while you sleep, while you work, while you play, whatever, okay? And so for daily budget, you guys, you can spend as little as $1 per day. I would recommend doing at least $10 per day, okay? That does not necessarily mean you will spend all that money. It just means that is your maximum budget before Amazon stops your ads for the day, okay? So let's say, you know, Your budget is $10. You get 20 clicks on your ads, and Amazon charges you per click. By the way, it's 50 cents per click, let's say, in this case. So that'll be $10, right? 20 clicks, 50 cents each. That is your budget for the day, and you'll stop showing your ads, okay? But the way I think about it, you guys, and I'll show you in a second here, I want you to imagine spending $1 and getting $5 back, right? As you saw, I was spending, what, $800 and getting almost $6,000 back. So imagine spending $1 and making $5 back. I want to do a little exercise for you guys. How much would you be willing to spend if for every $1 you spent, you got $5 back? Answer in the chat there. How much would you be willing to spend if for every $1 you spent on ads, you make $5 back in sales? Would you spend $100, 1,000, 10,000, right? Curious to know, how much would you spend on ads if for every $1 you spent, you got $5 back? And this is not really a trick question. This is more of like a mindset thing to see where you guys are at. Let's see. I'm still waiting for the chat to catch up. But for me, you guys, I'm pretty sure you're on the right track. Yes, Raphael said as much as possible. Inspiration Point Promo said all of it, every dime. Oh, someone said 10,000. So a lot of you are saying all of it. That's awesome. Oh, Mark said 100,000. Yeah, so if you spend 100,000 or a million, oh, you said a million, then you make 5 million. Exactly. So you guys, wow, you guys are actually one of the best webinar groups I've ever had. Most people are like, oh, I'll spend $500. They don't understand that business is all about, making the numbers work to where everything's automated and that you get a good return on your investment. So you guys are awesome. You guys have it nailed down exactly. You should be able to spend, you should be willing to spend unlimited amount of money if you make 5 times back, right? So cool. Guys, as promised here, I told you I would show you my Amazon store. And here it is. This is one of my brands. It's called Royal Elements. It is live on Amazon right now. I've done about $1.2 million in sales, maybe. I haven't looked in a bit. It's going, it is still selling for 5 years. I sell like printable vinyl, which is like sticker paper. So specialty arts and crafts materials. So people use my products for, if they have like a custom candle business and they want their label to be printed on, they'll buy my products, my custom, printable sticker paper. A lot of it, that is what I sell. I sell vinyl products and other things. But yeah, I've launched 22 products for this brand. Okay, arts and crafts material. This product right here, this is glossy sticker paper that I have. This product, believe it or not, has made me as much as 5,000 or 6,000 profit in a single month, just this one product. And keep in mind, at one point I had over 20 products live on Amazon. So yeah, printable vinyl sticker paper. So what I do, we're talking about private label here, right? I take a boring, dead. Oh, you've ordered from me. That's actually awesome. That's actually really cool. So, what I take is, the boring product, right? It's 8.5 by 11-inch sheets that you stick in the printer paper, right? Like in the printer. It's custom material. And then what I do is I get the product branded and I make sure I get a really high quality product. I've worked with a manufacturer to make it a little thicker, a little higher quality. And so, yeah, this one right here is clear printable vinyl. This one at one point was making me around $4K a month, sometimes even more, 5,000, 6,000 a month. And this is a bulk quantity. I think this one right here is 100 sheets per pack. So I'll sell different quantities. This is what I'd recommend you guys. If you launch a product, try and stay in one niche, okay? So for me, it's this niche is arts and crafts sticker paper, right? So I'll launch clear sticker paper, glossy sticker paper, matte sticker paper, different materials, 10 sheets per pack, 20 sheets per pack, 100 sheets per pack, okay? And so let's see, here's some more of my products. I have these laminating sheets. This one has been a killer for me, made me tens of thousands of dollars. This one, glossy sticker paper, matte sticker paper. And so yeah, that's my little logo there, guys. Guess how much it cost me to get that logo done? And guess how much the packaging cost? It was very professional, right? That logo right there cost me, I believe, $10. Okay, the packaging cost me $20 for one time, and then I myself went into Photoshop and just changed the background. And for every product I launched, whatever, same manufacturer, right? But all I need to do is change the background, a different color. You know, I like to make it look exciting and fun. I like to make people have a good experience, right? And so this product, one of them has 1,100 reviews. This one has 800 reviews. So thousands and thousands of reviews. All these products have been selling for years and years, have made me tens of $1,000s. And really, I don't do any work to this business. All I have to do is, order more product from my manufacturer. They give me a great price. They already have my packaging files. I just pay them. They ship it to Amazon. I have my ads running automatically. I don't do anything, and I make money. So that is what I want for you guys, right? If you can at least learn something like how I do this, branding, find a cool niche. Another thing here, you guys, is smart. Yeah, thanks. Another thing is try and sell consumable products. Okay, so products that you buy and you use up. Okay, so these sticker paper, people buy them, they use them, and if they like my product, which obviously people do, it has they have very good reviews, they'll buy more, right? Because they use up the product and they buy more. Okay. Let's see. Wendy asked, did you choose that niche based on profit or passion? That's a really good question. I went about it just by the numbers, purely the data. So I saw one person was selling something similar to this, but they were making like 7K a month, but they had horrible images, no advertising, and they weren't doing a good job on branding. So I just came in here and I was like, well, I can do better on all these little things. Like this isn't like a patented product, right? It's just sticker paper. Anyone can sell this, but the way I did it was better branding, higher quality products. I found the right manufacturers, and then, did a lot of research, and slowly I launched one product after the next. So I only had one product at the beginning, and then after maybe 3 months, I launched my second product once I was able to keep in stock, because I sold out of my first product very quickly. And I made better packaging and just launched more and more similar products. And I saw what people were buying on Amazon. They also bought clear sticker paper. So, okay, I'll launch that too. And people would message me and say, hey, I need a higher quantity. I need to order 100 sheets at a time. Okay, I'll launch more products, right? And so that's kind of how I did it, okay? So, I'm priced higher than my competitors right here, $20. $20 for 20 sheets, right, you guys? And so a lot of my competitors are charging $10, $5 or whatever. And so I will not lower my price because my quality is good, because I was the original founder of this type of a product on Amazon, and it's done very, very well. Congrats. Yeah, thanks. How do you learn how to use AMZ Scout? I believe I will be showing that here in a second, but here's my new brand, you guys. I like to be transparent. I like to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, and I do pretty well selling these products. And this is my new one. It's not yet sold on Amazon. This brand is Shy Leaf. These are bamboo plates, okay? So how did I find this product? I went to AMZ Scout, the product database, okay? And I typed in some certain parameters. I looked for certain categories like home and kitchen. I looked for the price. I wanted it to be priced above $25. And then I found these bamboo plates and I saw, wow, this guy's doing, charging $30 for 40 or 50 plates. And they are selling how many? 1,500 a month. And so, I found a supplier on Alibaba. That's so cute. Yeah, the logo. I am a big fan of mascot logos, you guys, just to give the brand a face and like something memorable. And then I copied and pasted this supplier template, the same thing that I teach and I share. And I just copied and pasted exactly, 10 questions. I reached out to 20 Chinese suppliers, 20 Indian suppliers, and I found that the Indian suppliers had a better price and the same quality, okay? And then on the packaging and branding, how did I do that? I went to Fiverr, exactly like I teach you guys. Go to Fiverr. I spent $70 on this logo, this mascot logo, the cute leaf, right? Right here, Shy Leaf. And then my goal for this brand, it's not yet launched, it's not yet live. but I would really love to be doing about 100K a month in revenue from these products. And you can see kind of in here all these bamboo plates packed up with my custom branded packaging. And I'd really like to be doing about 30% profit margin, which would be happy. So yeah, someone asked, how do you use AMZ Scout? Because I literally, I found this brand, this new niche with AMZ Scout. So what I'm going to do, actually, something cool, I'm going to turn my screen share on, something different. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new tab, and I will show you very quickly. All right, so I go to amzscout.net. I already have an account, already live, the software. I've already paid for it. And so right here, we have all these cool, all this cool data and research we can use. What I'd recommend you guys, you can do a lot of things, product research database. That's how I found this product. You can track products, like how many sales they make. You can look at keywords, look at what are the best keywords to advertise for on Amazon, and all kinds of other stuff. But what I recommend, product database, once you have access to this software right here. And then what I did, you guys, these are my 14 favorite categories. And I definitely recommend staying away from certain things like electronics, like obviously books, fine art, video games. And I also don't recommend selling toys and games because it can sometimes be more competitive and difficult to get approval on Amazon, right? But what I recommend here, hunting for products, this is just another method to do it. The product database, and I put in price parameter. We can even do exactly what I showed, $15 to $25, right? And then you can filter by, let's see, I don't want any more than 300 reviews, so lower competition. Talking about the backpack method. Also weight, you might only want to sell products that are about 2 pounds because it's lighter, right? And revenue, I don't look at number of sales. I look at revenue because, if something's getting 10,000 sales, but it's a $1 item, that's not that great. So I'll look for around at least 5K in revenue per month. And then boom, hit search. It will take, 10, 20 seconds for all this data to populate. And what AMZ Scout is doing right now is it is looking for all the products that fit these criteria. Okay, so look right here. This one right here is specialized wine glasses, you guys, a 4-pack. Okay, and you can see they're getting 800 sales per month, 20,000 revenue a month. Price is great, $25, and they're only $3 in Amazon fees and only 98 reviews. So this one right here, this would be a solid product. I'd have to look into more of what exactly it is and what they're doing. So I have a bunch of different sizes and shapes. So this is their niche, drinkware, right? Oh, it's shatterproof polycarbonate. Interesting, right? So the numbers back here on AMZ Scout looks great. And so that's what I'd recommend. Just go through, look for all this stuff. Generally, you guys, I'll say if a product is weird, it's a better opportunity. If you already know what the product is off the top of your head, like glasses, then it's probably either too saturated or not a good opportunity. Okay, so that is a very quick demo on how to use the product database on AMZ Scout. Definitely a software tool I'd recommend investing in, you guys. So I am going to turn off my screen share and get back to the demo here. Oh, do I have to start from the beginning? Please don't tell me. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And let me find the chat so I can see you guys. But let's see. A couple of questions you guys had. AMZ Scout comes up once you sign up for FBA. No. So I actually have a cool offer here at the end for you guys. Let's see. And I'll share how to get access to the software. We'll show that in just a minute. But yeah, you can look at the Pro extension, you guys. That's one way. What I just showed my screen, that was the live database. It's a different method of doing research, but it's very numbers based, right? So you can see all kinds of cool stuff like opportunity score, how high the profit is, what the demand is, all of these awesome things. You can even see, this is really cool, you can see the sales over time in the orange on whatever product you want to look at, and then the rank in the blue, okay? And then, yeah, you get the database. Over 600 million products are there that you can search through. And then you can look for new products or trending products. That is totally an option. You can also do keyword research and then reverse ASIN lookup. ASIN just means the Amazon seller identification number, okay? And so AMZ Scout, they have a ton of awesome reviews, definitely worth checking out, okay, guys? And so very quick recap before we get to the cool part here at the very end. What we've learned so far, we talked about how to find winning products. We've talked about how to build a profitable business. And we've talked about the number one and most effective way to get a steady stream of profitable sales, and that was Amazon ads, right? So I'm going to ask you a question really quick, guys. We've been going for, oh my gosh, is it 2 hours already? Wow. And we've covered a lot of cool stuff, right? But maybe you kind of feel like this right now, right? Like you're trying to drink water out of a fire hose. Like I know I talk very quickly. I know this is a lot of information, and maybe some of you guys feel a little bit overwhelmed right now, right? Is that true? You might feel a little bit overwhelmed over like, oh my gosh, so much stuff, right? But is it okay if I share for maybe the next 5 or 10 minutes a special offer I have for you guys? I wanted to save it to the very end for only those of you who decided to stick to the end to see everything. So is that okay if I spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes sharing a special offer I have for you guys? Yes? Awesome. Chris says yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So, okay. So guys, here, I know the webinar alone is not going to be enough to help you guys get started. So I do have something called the Ecom Project Zero Amazon FBA private label course. Brian says, hell yeah. I love it. And so I named this business Ecom Project Zero because it's designed to help you guys go from zero to building a profitable Amazon private label business, right? So I have a lot of goodies in here. It's a video training series of over 90 step-by-step video lessons. They're only 5 minutes in average video length, showing you every step of the way from A to Z, from how do you set up an LLC? I saw someone ask that question, to how do you find products? I show 5 or 6 methods for finding products, to, you know, the details on branding, all of these cool goodies. So here's a sneak peek inside of the course. It was supposed to be a video or a GIF, but it just shows like, all right, introduction, how Amazon works, how to set up your LLC, sales tax, explain all of the nitty-gritty details in a step-by-step simplified form, okay? So that basically means you won't have to spend hundreds of hours watching YouTube videos, Googling, scrolling through Facebook, right? It's all right there in one place for you, okay? And so that what you're going to get, you'll get access to the Ecom Project Zero private label course, total value of $1,997. Don't worry, I'm not going to charge you that much. I used to sell this product, by the way, for $2K, and I had over 50 or 60 people enroll. But for tonight, there is a very special offer, okay? So also on top of that, the number one thing I see a lot of new sellers desperately need is mentorship. So what I include in this offer is live weekly coaching calls. Me personally, I sit down twice a week, 2 times a week, not just once, and I go live on Mondays and Thursdays on Zoom from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? And what I do is I share all kinds of cool stuff, what I'm working on, what my new brand is doing, how to run ads, how to find products, all this cool stuff, okay? So that is also included on tonight's special offer. Okay, and so I already said this, twice a week on live on Zoom in a group setting. Okay, you guys. You also get guidance and Q&A where you'll be able to ask me questions, go back and forth, and it's unlimited lifetime calls. Okay, and so that is obviously not the right value there, $200 for lifetime Zoom calls, but you get the idea. And so yeah, in this offer tonight, you guys, you'll get the course and unlimited live twice a week group coaching calls for life, right? You get lifetime access to the course and the coaching calls, okay? Not only that, over time, I used to just sell the course and it did great. A lot of people have a lot of good success. Here's one of my students, and they do about $500 a day, selling 17 units a day. But this is our private Discord server I started more recently, where you can go back and forth with myself. I was in there answering questions today, and all of my students who a lot of people share what they're working on. They're like, hey, this is my packaging. What do you guys think? And so all that stuff in here is a live group community. I used to do Facebook groups. People didn't really interact, but here with Discord, it just adds a lot more value, and it's more of a community feel, because I don't want you guys to buy something, like buy a course and then either never log in, right, or never use it, or not have a community in there. And so that is what you'll get tonight. Not only will you get access to the course, and I'll share how to enroll in a moment here, but you'll also get unlimited live twice a week group coaching calls and the private Discord community access. All right. Now, I also added a few bonuses. Remember how I told you about the 6-step fast track framework? I quickly talked about it, but I also threw this in as a bonus where I explain each one of those little steps of those 6 steps. I break it down in a lot more detail to where you can learn every single step of the way. And I added that in as a bonus. Okay. I did not used to do that. I used to charge about $50 extra for this. Now I just included it for free in this course bundle, okay, in this coaching program bundle. So you'll get access not only to the Amazon FBA course, you'll also get unlimited twice a week live group coaching calls with me personally, by the way. It's not with someone else I hire out. It's me in there showing up every week for you guys. I also give you access to the Discord community, which is awesome, and the bonus Fast Track Framework video series. And on top of that, added as another bonus, I know you guys love bonuses, so I'm throwing them on. I also include my battle-tested blueprint. So I don't know if you guys were paying attention earlier, but I use this copy and paste template when I reached out to new suppliers for my new brand, and it's in this bundle here. So what's included here? You'll get my product research checklist, so everything broken down on PDFs, what to look for, what price, how many units to order, all these things. You'll get my copy and paste email template, what to say to suppliers, how to word it, how to get the best prices, all of that. And then also you have a really cool roadmap, the Ecom Product Zero roadmap, which is like a one-page PDF that shows you from start to finish. All right, start with product research, then start working on branding, then set up your seller account, like everything broken down. Because I know video courses are great, but it's also really nice to have resources that you can download or copy and paste. So that's what's included here. So I'm losing my voice at this point, but I'm super excited because this is some really cool stuff. It's literally the best thing I've ever been able to offer. And so not only will we get access to the Ecom Product Zero course, you'll also get the live group coaching calls, the private community Discord, also that bonus Fast Track Framework video series, and the bonus battle-tested blueprint downloadable PDFs, total value of over $4,000. Someone asked me before, like, how do you justify it's worth over $4,000? Well, like I said, I used to just sell the course, you guys, for $2,000. Okay, a lot of people enroll. Now I want just to add on the value, just so it's like a no-brainer deal to where you get all of this help and this community and these downloadables to where there's almost no way you can't succeed, right? That's my goal for you guys. So as another bonus, I will add in there all of my previous live web classes and coaching calls for free. They're all recorded. And so you'll also get access to that, the course, the live group coaching calls, the Discord, the bonus Fast Track Framework video series, the bonus battle-tested blueprints, and my previous live webinars and workshops, all included there in tonight's package. And to add one last bonus cherry on top, we have something very cool. For the first person to sign up tonight, you guys, I don't always do this, but I'm giving away a free one-on-one coaching call with me to where you can sit down with me for the first person to enroll tonight, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. You'll get a free 1-hour coaching call with me. We can talk about whatever you want. I can literally pick the product for you. We can talk about strategy, but that is just an added bonus there. And another cherry on top, you guys, this is the last thing I promise. I know it's a lot, but what AMZ Scott has decided to do, which is really cool, they've decided to throw in the access to all of their suite of seller tools, right? So like I showed, everything I showed will be included and more in this software package, the Pro extension, the product database, which is how I found my newest niche, right? The product tracker, reverse ASIN lookup, Amazon keyword search, the keyword tracker, quick view, stock stats, seller courses, and much more. total value of $400. Okay, so you get a couple of other bonuses they decided to throw in here, you guys. They didn't have to do this. It's very nice of them. You will get you'll receive the top 1% products and niches selected to you emailed every week. So someone asked earlier, like, oh, what if I just can't find a product? AMZ Scout will literally email you every single week the top 1% hottest niches and products that you could consider launching. Okay. You also get monthly, another bonus, monthly Amazon search trend reports covering growing niches, trending products, categories to avoid, which is very important, and tips on how to beat competitors by making simple product improvements and much more. Okay. So this is everything you're going to get, you guys. The Amazon FBA course, the private label course, live twice a week group coaching calls with me personally, the Fast Track Framework bonus video series. You'll get the bonus access to the Discord community. You'll get all of my downloadable blueprints and PDFs and cheat sheets and checklists as well included. You'll get access to previous live webinars and workshops, okay, and my group coaching calls. And you'll get AMZ Scouts software, an annual subscription, you guys, 12-month access to all of their software, which is an insane value. And they have those bonus. They'll send you 1,000 plus profitable Amazon products and niches every week to your email. And also bonus 12-month trend reports. Okay, total value over $7,000. Don't worry, we're not charging that much money, but I want you guys to understand it would totally be worth it if you were to launch your first 1, 2, or 3 products, start making 5, 10, 15,000 a month, and that would absolutely cover that cost. But it's not what I'm going to charge you, okay? Now, I want you to think, if all this did for you was finally give you a profitable business model that you can use to put in $1 and get $5 out, would that be worth it to you? If you put $1 into the business, you got $5 out, that'd be like a game, right? Just like you said earlier, you'd be willing to spend unlimited money because literally that business model will be printing money for you, okay? And that maybe if all this did was give you the peace of mind by reducing the stress of paying bills, by earning just a little extra passive income on the side, would that be worth it to you? Maybe you have your 9-to-5 job, maybe you love it, that's awesome, but maybe you could definitely start. It's very realistic to start this business on the side, working just a few hours a week, launch your first product. You go about your day, you're now making money in your sleep, and you have a business. Would that be worth it to you? Right? Brianna said, yes, sir. That's awesome. And maybe it would be worth it to you if all this did was able to increase the amount of free time you have with friends and family, so you can spend it instead of slaving away, right? Maybe eventually down the line, you can make Amazon your full-time income like I have, and allow you to open up opportunity to travel, spend time with friends and family. Would that be worth it to you? Probably, right? It would be worth it to me, definitely. So very quickly, before I reveal the price and how to enroll, you guys, I had 2 choices just so you understand where I'm coming from. My first option, like I used to do, was go as cheap as possible, just try to sell a course, right? But that wouldn't really incentivize me to stack on the value for you. My second option requires a little higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote more resources to help guarantee your success. And that is what I chose. So I'd rather give you more than give you less at this point, And so I want you to ask yourself, what's one profitable product worth to you? Say you're making $1,000 a month, maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000. What would that be worth to you? What would you be willing to pay and invest to learn how to get your first profitable product up? So I want you guys to think about the cost of going through college versus starting a business, right? College, how much does it cost? $80,000, $100,000 or more if you're going out of state, just to get a piece of paper that says you're qualified to look for a job, right? I'm not going to be able to charge that much. I would never feel right about that. But I want you to understand, having this knowledge of learning how to start a real business that makes real money at a fraction, like barely 1% of the cost, should be a no-brainer to you guys, to where this investment in your education will help you get started running on the ground, building your business. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So this is everything you're going to get, you guys. Again, just one last time in case you forgot, you get full access to my Amazon FBA course, going step by step. You get 2 live group coaching calls a week, lifetime access. You'll get my Fast Track Framework bonus video series. You'll get the private Discord server community. You'll get my battle-tested blueprints, PDFs, checklists, downloadables, also access to all my previous live workshops, webinars, and group coaching calls. And you'll get AMZ Scout's seller software bundle for an annual 12-month subscription, and the bonus 1,000 plus Amazon profitable products. Because someone said earlier, right, what if I can't find a product? Don't worry, AMZ Scout will literally spam you every week. Maybe not spam you, but they'll give you product ideas, right? There's literally no way you can, there's no way you can fail if you follow through with all the stuff that we're going to teach and share. So everything today here, you guys, it's not $10,000, it's not $5,000, it's not $2,000, it's not even $1,000. $699 to get started right now. Everything you see on the screen. At this point, what you can do is you can either scan that QR code or go to amzscout.net/get/mentor-Michael, and you'll be able to enroll and get all of this stuff, okay? The cart is not open for very long. It's very limited access. I only open this type of a deal up for people who are live on the webinar. And so, you know, this cart will only be open for maybe a couple of days. I'm not sure. And so the quicker you get in, the more likely you're going to be able to hit the ground running very quickly. And remember, actually, I don't even have it on the screen, but the first person who enrolls, you guys, gets a free one-on-one group coaching call with me. And so, yeah, pretty awesome. There's also a couple other things here, you guys. Right now, basically, you have two choices. Like, either you do nothing, right? You don't invest in your education, which is 100% risk-free, right? You just say, thanks, Michael, this is awesome, really cool stuff, but, it's not time for me to do this. I don't have the money for this right now. Whatever you may have going on, that's totally understandable. Maybe you already have another business going on, but the second option is you get started by making this small investment today and take advantage of all the incredibly valuable resources you're going to receive and get started right now with your entrepreneurial journey. You can do that right now. You should be able to click, actually, there's an exclusive offer link in the chat, I believe. And then you can also scan the QR code and you can take a look at all that stuff, you guys. It should say on the page everything you'll get for a limited time. Here are some of my results of my students, you guys. I know some of you probably want to know. I have students who do $2,500 their first week. I have students who do $1,000 their first 2 days. One of my best success students so far, my best success story so far is right here. This guy right here, I believe his name is Rob. He did $93,248 his first year selling on Amazon, about 25% profit margin. So that's not too bad, right? So, you pay $699 right now today to learn, to get started. Once you launch your business, in reality, you should be able to make this money back and more within 1 month of selling, right? Someone asked if you have payment plans available. I don't think so. Unfortunately, it's a one-time payment. Just makes things easier. So again, you guys, here is everything you're going to get. Also, I believe we have a 10-day money-back guarantee, you guys. So really, there's no risk today. The risk is 10 days from now. You enroll right now because the cart will be closing very soon. If not tonight, then tomorrow or the next day. But you have 10 days to decide, you guys. So let's say you purchase right now. Maybe you're the first person, you get that free one-on-one bonus coaching call with me. In 10 days, for whatever reason, you decide you don't want to follow through with this. That's totally okay. You just need to email support@amzscout.net, and they will be giving you all of your money back. And so there's literally no way you can lose here. You either learn a lot or you make a lot of money. Okay, the choice is yours here. And so yeah, you can click that link there. Hopefully it's a lot easier to click the link in the chat. Check out that offer. Again, you have 10-day money back guarantee. And then also the cart will be closing very soon. And so here's everything you're going to get before I move into Q&A, you guys. I know I've been talking for 2 hours. And so I know a lot of you have questions that you have asked. But I saw, Danielle, you said best webinar you've ever attended on AMZ Scout. Thanks for your support. Mentality and live Q&A and chat. Yeah, absolutely. You guys have been great. I think so far you have easily been my best audience from how I know you can tell by the questions you're asking and the answers you're giving, you guys are all pretty much in the right spot in terms of mentality wise. It might just take that extra little push off of the edge just to say, all right, look, I'm going to start this. Like maybe you've been thinking about starting a business for a while. I know for a fact, like I just lost my train of thought, but this is like one of the best deals I could have come up with. Again, you guys, I used to sell this, just the course and coaching, and my I believe my blueprint PDFs for $2,000, you guys, and I had many students join, many success stories, and tonight we have, you know, what is that, like 10 bonuses and software. I didn't used to include software. AMZ Scout's nice enough to include that. For just $699 today, before, if you get in before the cart closes, and you'll be able to get access to everything. For just so you guys know, before I go into Q&A, you have lifetime access to the course, to the group coaching. I will show up every week, twice a week, like clockwork for you guys. You have lifetime access to the community and Discord, lifetime access to the downloadable PDFs, and all of that. You also get 12 months of all of AMZ Scout software. So at this point, I don't know how you could say no, right? Unless for some reason, like you're just not in a position to start this. Looking back, if I were to have restarted my business, I would 100% go all in on this, and put every ounce of my time and effort into building my business again. Let's see. So I'm going to move over to Q&A, you guys, because I know you guys have, wow, like 20 questions. So someone asked, is Amazon picky when receiving shipments from China? I've been told that they can cancel my account. No, I've never had that happen. What is a bit tricky, or what you need to worry more about, would be getting into customs, getting into the US. So you need to make sure you have, okay, your made in China label, or wherever the country of origin is from. And then that's about it. Just also make sure you have your barcodes on there, but no, that's not a big deal. Vanessa asks, how much is it extra to sponsor your products? Oh, okay. So yeah, advertising is completely up to you on Amazon, right? Like I said, you can spend as little as $1 per day. I have spent as much as about 6,000 or 7,000 a month on ads, and that has made me 10, 15, 20,000 profit a month. So it's totally worth it. Don't think about it, Vanessa, in terms of like, how much do you spend? It's about an investment, right? Everything here should be an investment. You invest in this course bundle and software, right? And the coaching, you invest in ads, you invest in product, and then you get the return. For example, you guys, like if you were to put all your money right now into the stock market, I pulled all my money out and I lost like 22%. It hurt. You know, that may not be the best option right now. Like if you invest money in your education, in yourself, and in starting your own business, that's where you get the highest return. Okay. A lot of times my products will return between 80 and 100% return on investment. So I put in $1,000 into product, I make $2,000 back, right? I double my money. And so there's really no other place you can do that effectively and with complete control over. So that's a good question. La Kenya asks, can you get sued by using a product someone else sells? Yeah, you can get in trouble for sure if you try and sell something someone else already sells. Only if it's patented or you're using their brand, okay? So if you're going to copy someone's patented product, that will get you in trouble. If you're going to copy someone's brand, obviously, and sell their same brand, that could get you in trouble. That's why it's always a good idea to do what I showed you guys today. Start your own private label business, and that way you own it, you control it, and you get all the sales, and you make all the money, right? Marco asks, what is a good ACoS? So for those of you who don't understand what that is, that's an advertising term. It's advertising cost of sale. So for every, let's say you spend $100 on ads and you make $1,000 in sales, ACoS is what you spend divided by total amount of sales. So that'd be 10%, right? Spend $100, you make $1,000 in sales. So Marco, I'd say anywhere 30% and less is acceptable. Typically, I want it to be 20% or less. So I only spend 20% of the cost of the product in ads to get a sale, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. That was a good question. Cool. So Danielle said, what should the budget for PPC be when I launch a product? Example, if I want to sell a 1,000 pieces of my product, what should be my budget? So PPC budget really comes down to knowing your profit, you're knowing your numbers. So let's say, you have $10 in profit before advertising. So you should be comfortable with spending up to $10 per sale just to break even in the very beginning in order to get sales, in order to get ranked. Okay. But that's really a case-by-case scenario. Generally, what I'll say is I want to only spend between $2 and maybe $4 in advertising per sale that I make, and obviously have room for profit. That's a good question. So Eric asked, do you recommend having brand/product established prior to picking a seller account? I believe I already answered that, and my answer to that is no. I just recommend going all in and getting your product up, as soon as possible and getting your first sale. That should be literally your only goal. And I know a lot of people are worried about like, oh, what if it's too competitive in 6 months? Or what if, something goes wrong? Or what if, a lot of what ifs, but you can only do as best as you can do and only focus on what's in your control, right? You can do a good job with finding a good product, with really good branding, with a good supplier, all of that. Everything out of your control, it's not even worth worrying about, guys. Like if you think about like that, like you can't control when the sun rises or sets, but you can control obviously what you do with your business. And so that's what I recommend putting where you should put your time and attention to. Okay, I answered that question already. Oh, Tracy asked, do you recommend adding multiple products to the same campaign? Yeah, when you run ads, if they're the same type of product, then definitely yes. So for example, if you have, like for my previous brand, my sticker paper brand, Royal Elements, if I have a 10-pack sheet, 20-pack sheet, and a 100-pack sheet of glossy sticker paper, then yeah, definitely just run ads, all three of those in the same campaign, but don't advertise different products, like let's say maybe different colors in the same campaign. You want it to be a little more targeted there. Marco asked again, what is a good ROAS, return on ad spend? So it depends on your profit there. Return on ad spend, I like to look for, some people are happy with 3x ROAS. I like 5x. So for every $1 I spend, I want to make $5 back in sales. To simplify that. That would be really good. That's a good question. You guys, we only have maybe 10 or 15 minutes left for Q&A before, we have to call it. So if you're the first person to get in there, you will be getting an email to get that free one-on-one coaching call with me. Besides that, the cart will be closing very soon because obviously I can't keep a deal like this open for very long. If I have too many people enrolled, then that will start being a headache. But it's just for you guys who are on this webinar or for people who have seen this webinar, right, to be able to take advantage of. And so let's keep going with the questions here. I'm going to get to as many as possible. Someone asked, is this webinar being recorded? I'm not sure if there will be a replay available, you guys. It might just be here tonight, and that's it. And so you want to take advantage of this offer as soon as possible because he said, I would love to have the recorded video come back because I just love the way you're presenting it. Thank you for your time and doing this. Awesome. Yeah, that's really good. That's good feedback. Hopefully we'll be able to get the recording up. I'm not sure, though. Okay. I answered that question. How long do you research before launching this paper line? How long did I research? Okay, so the timeline for me, you guys, was I started back in the summer of 2017. At first, I didn't even know you could sell products on Amazon. I thought only Amazon sold on Amazon. That's how little knowledge I had, right? And then it took me about a month to go through. I bought multiple courses, and they literally were just a course. They're not as good as what I'm offering tonight, with software, with coaching, with the Discord, with the downloadable. So I just bought a course and I was kind of left to my own devices. So it took me a little more time, maybe a month of going through all the material and researching. I had to look on YouTube and Facebook because it wasn't complete like this is tonight here. So it took me about a month to learn everything, about 2 months to find my product